some point I should start doing like an intro or something, but no, that could be later. That's okay. I thought this was a side quest. I did not realize this was the main quest. That's fine, I'll live. Oh no, an ambush, I guess. I don't know, whatever. I was thinking about something else earlier that I wanted to talk about on stream, but it's just gone. It is out of my mind. I tried really hard to remember it too. It's a shame. You had the nerve to be all the way out here in the middle of nowhere and still be a mimic. Oh no, keep fighting the stream. Come on. You can do it. Look at that, you did it. I bet that's the late game meta. They overburden me with just garbage equipment, so I have to keep sending my pet back to town, and then I just never have someone else to help me fight. A good plan, though. Darn, this is killing me. What did I want to talk about? I know tomorrow's Halloween. Was it something spooky? It's gonna hit me, like, way later or something. This area is impressively empty. I would have been swarmed twice by now anywhere else. Which worries me, but, you know, it is what it is. I get the feeling it's going to be like the last game, where this area is okay-ish. Because right after this, I have to do the Abyss. And the Abyss is just an order of magnitude harder than, like, the rest of the game. Oh, no. That's actually a really smart thing to do, to make me use my full, hit to just turn off from my abilities. Oh, that guy's huge. Oh, he's the boss. Uh-oh. No, he's also a boss. What is this? Oh no, I wish this was 5 minutes ago when I was complaining about the game being too easy. I don't know if those other two spells are, like, good. Honestly, quite frightened to find out, because then I'll feel like I wasted my life. It's crazy, because this game has done what everyone eventually should start doing, and gotten rid of purple equipment. Like, after blue, who cares? Just a legendary. Give me the really cool thing. Don't waste my time with something that might be okay. There's just a guy there. I don't see him, though. Oh, he must be, like, above me. Meaning I'm gonna walk outside and he's just gonna jump me. Ah, sick. There's an actual chest out here, isn't there? Oh no, instead it's got a 3 or something of each of these, right? Yeah. Ah, why do I care? Oh yeah, he was just waiting out there to beat me up. Your pet has arrived. I don't mind that whole dark ball skill, but it just feels kind of aimless. It's not even like an exact wave where they're all perfectly synced apart. It's like kind of wispy, so they might just fly off in a weird direction or useless. Ooh, and it's just you. Yeah, something told me that you would charge at me. Not sure why. I just had a feeling that would happen. Hooray, that was difficult and I got essentially nothing. Life Ender, you think that'd be really cool, but it's really not. Okay, I guess. I'm going the wrong way because I was so busy trying to fight that giant behemoth. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can fight that guy if you want, kitty. You can step on all the spike traps your little kitty heart desires. I really should talk about that Sajam thing going on with 2XKO. Like, that's the type of event I wish more fighting games would do, where you get to see a mixture of skill levels. Especially amongst teams. Like, taking advantage of a setup of a game like that, where it's like, hey, we're going to mix and match you guys. We're going to mix and match some real killers with some pries who are pretty good, with some guys who are not that good, with some guys who are, like, complete novices. And it's like, yeah, okay. By the way, this is a tag fighter. It's like, oh, yes. Then again, 2XKO is what I wish Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite had been. Were they just still hitting? Oh, whatever. Why am I mad at this game? It's a Torchlight game. What do I want? What do I actually want? Oh, right, my coward pet's still gone. I'm like, why isn't Kitty out there fighting them? Oh, yeah, he got zapped by a stun gun and ran away. Needs to take it on the chin like me, who gets zapped by a stun gun and forgets years of magical knowledge.
My sisters. I had planned to liberate us from Meta.
Nice. Thanks, guy. I definitely didn't want to hear what she was saying. In fact, can I go back and... Oh, there it is.
My sisters. I had planned to liberate...
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Make the so-called hero pay.
Now, that wasn't very interesting, but I'm mad that I had to wait, like, 3 minutes to hear it. But now I get to fight everybody and their mother crowded around one, rather than before. Also, why do they get an arc lightning spell and I don't? All I want is an attack that shamelessly does all the work for me. This is the true meaning of Halloween. Shooting colorful beams at strangers. Sure. I'll do gross skeleton hand. This game desperately needs a cow level. And then my cat did not go to town. He just kind of stood there because I don't think I was supposed to do it that way. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Keep hearing a bit thud on my window, but I think that's just the wind blowing away the, or blowing the thingamahiggy, the curtains out of the way. Hopefully it's not like the time Mom locked herself out. And I'm just here enjoying the game, just ignoring my phone as it goes off. Once again, I'm still just not super duper impressed by Torchlight 3. I don't think the setting's bad. I don't think the enemies are bad. The story's just a bit dull.
It's rigged.
And the class, well, at least the class I'm playing, it's not that great. It's okay, I guess. It's a class and a collectathon. It's not crazy. Maybe there's something I'm supposed to do that makes it crazy, but otherwise it's just okay. Like, when I play games like this, I want things to get nuts after a certain point.
Your pet is hurting.
You don't say. In the pet standing within firing range of armed explosives?
Your pet is running away.
Why? You were at full... whatever. Oh no, not the same boss I just beat. Oh, I didn't know I was in Harmony form. Oh, that does hurt. I should get out of the way of that, huh? I was scratching my ear.
You're badly hurt.
He touched me a little. Just a swell guy. I think I'll mark it on your map. What's that? Where have I been? Wasting time? Not much. I feel like I should be talking about 2XKO, but there's nothing to say. Just like Legends of Runeterra, I shamelessly play Teemo. He's pretty good. He's a keep-away setup character, and he's pretty good at being a keep-away / setup character. I think I'm more excited to see a lot more of the extra stuff in the background. Like how Echo's stage has all of his friends from the clock tower. I forget his name, but even Sump Worker. It feels like it'd be a bit more cohesive than the character I'm currently playing. This guy just kind of feels like a best of hits of all your favorite spells, or all the spells that the developer liked. Borderlands 2, I'm sure it's a fun game. It's a pretty fun game. It embraces the worst parts of its RPG mentality, or of its RPG side. If I did play League, I'd just play Urgot. Not to play Urgot, but to use Urgot's ultimate. I know people are, well, yes, no fans of Pike because of his execution. I genuinely like Urgot's a little better, though. Like, I love the little time frame you get to realize, oh, either if I get touched a little too much in the next, like, 5 seconds, I'm just done. I don't think you can cleanse it or anything. I think it just happens. I think if your health is below that certain point, there's not a lot you can do about it. You can't Zonias or anything, maybe, hopefully. Whoa. You can't strong armor, or... What the heck? Wow, I got my wires crossed there. You can't Zonias or cleanse it or anything. You're just kind of gone. I see how this was almost a mobile game. It does not have very good, like... I guess I'd say retention rate. Like, my pullback for playing this game is that I bought Torchlight 3. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe Torchlight's a super awesome game and I'm not thinking about it right. I'm not having the right kind of fun or something like that. But right now, what keeps me coming back is that I bought Torchlight 3. And it's taking up a okay amount of space on my computer. But it's like, I wouldn't want to throw it away before I, you know, actually win. Can't wait for the day I go back to PSO2 New Genesis. I cross my fingers and hope that I did not sex up my characters too hard, because that is all you do in that game. Was it an actual trap, or was it a guy hiding in a box? Was it Discount Solid Snake again? The guy I'm fighting must be one sick puppy if he keeps putting grenades in boxes. I don't know what came of the Mercenary Lord either. They talked about him last time. I didn't see him, though. Oh my god, I'm super sleepy and it's only been 30 minutes. Oh, it's been 40, but yeah, whatever. This was a problem I had in, well, it's not a problem that D&D has. It's a problem I had with D&D when I was playing it. Is that player archetypes are so caught up in, or players are so caught up when making characters archetypes that they don't let their characters be characters. I don't even know if I have a really, really good one. But it's like, you don't have to specifically oh, sorry, Snake. You don't have to specifically say... I don't even know how else to put it. It's a... it is, in fact, a stereotype, unfortunately. Physics Understore. He's even got his trademark Ray-Bans. Yep, that's the new game. They just bloat me up with garbage, and then I send my pet off. Anyway, yeah, you can... I don't even know how to say this. You can make out of the ordinary version... Jeez, this sucks. I can't even put this in a good way. That's what kind of started this, was people having the discourse over what's her name, Cynthia. What is her? The rich chick from Pokemon Z to A, or ZA.
The automatons will deal with the intruders before.
And of course there was the discourse over, anyway, and there was the discourse over, well, I don't know any black people who act like that. I'm like, yeah, regular black people act like that. I'm like, that's how people with a lot of money act. Like, that has nothing to do with skin color. It's like, well, they just washed her. I'm like, yeah, bro, Pokemon has, like, 2 models of characters. That'd be like people going to, not X and Y, Sun and Moon, and saying, I can't believe it. It's like saying in Pokemon Sun and Moon, I can't believe it. Look at all of these. You could say that about Sun and Moon, actually, because, yeah, Pokemon just has 1 model of character, and in order to make the character look however they want, they just adjust slider as needed. It's like, well, they don't look like this character. It's like, yeah, all Pokemon characters look the same. You could say the same about Sun and Moon, where, oh, what did we do to make everyone look Hawaiian? We made him a little bit tanned. It's like, yeah, okay. Go on. Oh no, a boss. But I already knew you were evil. I found the... Yeah. I already knew you were evil, though. What's-her-face ran her mouth and said the mercenary can be turned to our side. It's like, oh, okay, John's is evil. Anyway. Yeah, it's just a problem that I guess players have, where a certain... Ugh, I can't... This is too on the nose. I can't even dance around it. A certain race has to act a certain way. Like, D&D is the weirdest one, because there's a... I think she's a half-orc, and she's like, yeah, so my mother was a blacksmith, and my dad was, like, an adventurer, and they just hooked up, and so I am half-orc because my mother was an orc. It's like, yeah, she's been around since 2nd edition, my guy. Like, yeah, guys, so the general temperament thing is just, if you want, you can say, you can base them off of this personality. But ever since, I think, Eberron, goblins have also been, like, kind of smart, I think. Either goblins or gnomes. Oh no, a new cat! I mean, between that and the general, like, consensus of recent Dungeons and Dragons, where they did the, hey, if you want, you can make your adventure gay. And everybody's like, well, I can't believe it, D&D used to be cool. It's like, bro, you could always just do this. It's made up. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you want a campaign to be a certain way, DM the campaign and make the campaign a certain way. It's like, yeah, this has always been a do whatever you want with the game. Nobody's making you do anything. It's just, hey, play the game as you like, you know, the way the game has always been played. D&D is the one I especially don't understand. It's like, you can do whatever you want. Nobody's making you play the game a certain way. Like, even as far as the rule sets, you just interpret them however the heck you like. Especially if you're the DM. So I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. It's so confusing to me. I'm like, guys, you've always been able to just do whatever you want in this game especially. I think the only more freedom you'll get is like Pathfinder, but Pathfinder intentionally looks you in the face and say, yeah, bro, you do whatever you want. Heck, this rulebook is a suggestion. But I think, what was it? Pathfinder started because 4th edition was really, really MMO-ish. Put it lightly. And yeah, 4th edition was, kinda... I don't want to say boring. Boring sounds mean. But it was kind of really restricted with the whole encounter powers, at-wills, dailies. And it's like, hey, here's your blow your load move. Here's your use at a certain time of the fight move. Here's your spam until you don't need to anymore. Or you missed an attack or something, or your big attack didn't work, so you get to spam this until the boss dies. Yeah, even thinking about it, I played a lot of 4th edition. Wasn't a fan of it. Mostly because our DM would really, really bloat values. He was one of those guys who was like, well, you guys are here until I get bored of torturing you. And battles just became a slog. Like, at some point, everybody was just min-maxing because we didn't know that it was, you know, a bunch of crap and that the DM was just stringing us along until the enemies had as much HP as he so decided, as, you know, as the... Yay, level up. As he so was able to decide as the DM, but it was always like an insane amount, where we were fighting Joe Blow, who had more HP and defense than a Tarask. But nobody was really building a character to build a character. Everybody was building a character to just min-max DPS and get through fights, because fights were always taking forever and ever, and nobody could figure out why. Everybody thought it was I'm building my character wrong, rather than the DM is overbloating values. And you get D&D like that. I think Crab is right. No D&D is better than bad D&D, because no D&D is a refund of your time. Like, you can just not do D&D and do whatever the heck else you want with your time. Bad D&D is not only a blight upon the game itself, which discourages you from playing more D&D, you're never getting that time back. It's like, well, this was freaking stupid. Thinking about that now, I kind of wish we had opted to not play Dungeons & Dragons. Because I don't think anybody was particularly happy with the campaigns. They were kind of just dragging on towards nothing. And in the end, everybody's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing? Like, does it matter? Has anyone actually made a difference? Like, there was probably some point where I would have disagreed with no D&D is better than bad D&D. Thinking about it now as an adult, nah, I'd rather have done nothing. I would rather do nothing than be at the mercy of someone who's, not to say anything cruel, than someone who is living through a power fantasy. But I think that episode of Dexter's Lab where he's playing with his friends is, like, really telling of what a bad DM is like. That's not surprising coming from that show, but yeah, that's about right. Like, they hit the nail on the head. Where it's like Dexter is a bad DM because he's a control freak, but Dee Dee's a bad DM because she has no idea what the hell she's talking about. But a bad DM who's willing to do interesting things and doesn't know what they're doing is better than a bad DM because they do know what they're doing and they refuse to, like, make the game interesting. Oh no, Zizix underscore again? Oh no, but he can teleport.
You have lost your life.
Well, damn.
You feel better.
It's okay, I got better. That was something I brought up to someone else recently, too, where we're talking about that. I think it was a tweet or something. It was a tweet or an article. And it's like, your players have to be...
It's a trap.
This is gonna sound wrong in the future. Your players have to be gay enough to play pretend. Like, if your players aren't gay enough to play pretend, this is not gonna be fun. But anyway, yes. Your players have to be just, like... I guess gay enough's the wrong word, but I feel like it's the only way I can describe it. They have to be just fun enough to play pretend. And that usually involves a bit of queerness. This is why you typically get D&D groups that are a bunch of theater kids that are just having the time of their friggin' lives. Because your screenwriter of a DM gets to write a play, essentially. Gets to write a whole play. And then all your theater kid Dungeons & Dragons players, sanitizo, get to act out their characters, and nobody gets to be the main character, so everybody gets to have the lines, everybody gets to be Merchant of Venice. I think that's a big problem that, I guess you could say current nerd hobbies have run into, where it's like, yeah, dude, you're playing pretend with whatever you're doing. Even now, me playing Torchlight, even though this is a video game where everything's kind of set out for me, oh, that's what happened. He's supposed to be up here, and I must have activated him, and he just ran off and did his own thing. Okay. Even this video game I'm playing, Torchlight, even though it is a video game where it's already pre-programmed and all that other good stuff, like, I am pretending to be a wizard shooting lasers. The medium's a little different. Like, I'm not an actor on stage or any of that junk, but it's the same thing. I'm playing pretend. How'd I miss that? How'd I miss that? Like, you gotta be just gay enough to play pretend. Now, I'm not having a good time, because even though I'm in control of the medium, the spells are boring. Like, the story doesn't have to be predictable, but if the game itself was fun, if it was fun to stand up and shout lightning bolt and point my rolled up newspaper at a guy, I'd be like, oh, this rocks, this rocks. It's like sword play and stuff, or sword theater, or LARPing, or any of that stuff. Like, maybe the story for the Kingdom of Behind the Waffle House isn't that good, but you go out there and whatever claymore or whatever you built rocks, I guess. It feels cool to go out there and swing your hammer. Your big styrofoam hammer. At that point, that's different. It's like, okay, but then who cares about the story or the makeup? Doing the thing is cool. Like, I've been in plays where I thought the plot sucked, but my outfit rocked and my character rocked, but it's like the plot's garbage. And I'm like, oh, alright. These characters are pretty good. I like playing this character. Plot's garbabo, but it's okay. Like, that needs to be Dungeons & Dragons. And sometimes that's hard for people because they don't like pretending to play a character, or they don't like investing in a character around other people, or they get embarrassed or whatever, and it's like, bro, we are already all in here talking about Wizards and listening to a Mad Libs once a week or once a month or however often you meet up. Just do it. Just play the character. Just be the character. Man, that cat is just in there dodging. What a hero. And then he exploded into garbage. I just love in games when bosses explode into piles of nothing useful.
Your pet has returned.
Wow, he's there and back in like a second. What took him? What was the other one doing for? What was Catro stopping for, smokes or something? What the heck? Dude took 2 minutes. Do you always have to pretend? No. Once again, Dungeons and Dragons is a game for you.
A trap.
I will say that it probably makes the experience more memorable if you are at least willing to play the character a little. I was here earlier, and they told me not to come back here, and sent me on a big, dumb way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Doesn't have to be full Shakespearean, but try to be your character a little. And oh my god, do not make your... No, wait, you can, but maybe you should also consider making the character more than that after a while. You can make a character a freaking bit. Like, I always think back to the... Did he just drop grenade? Yes, he did. I always think back to the Clown Barbarian comic, where the guy makes a character who's like, he's a Clown Barbarian, that's it. He's a barbarian whose like main skill is performance, and it's like, oh, okay. And then it fast forwards like 8 sessions, and he's like ripped and has a scar, and he's sacrificing himself for the rest of the team. It's like, oh, he was like a real character at the end. No, it's pretty cool. This is why I think it's important to actually decide like what your character is, not where they're going, but like who they are as a person. Like, what type of things do they do? What type of, like, who are they? What is this character? Why? What do they do? What do they want? How are they going about these things? Like, don't be afraid to think your character is cool. I will openly say, yeah, I will openly say, don't do it during the campaign. Don't think up a killer backstory during the campaign and say, I just thought of it just now. It's like, that's fucking sick. We are already rolling. You're not about to write the script while we are shooting the movie. There's a couple of shows or media that will do a Dungeons and Dragons episode inside of whatever they're doing, and it's usually, sometimes it's pretty good. I think it's like the only episode of that season I liked, but the later half of Voltron Legendary Defender does this. They have an episode where they're all just doing nothing but playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you get to see who's thought of their character and who hasn't. Like, I think that's Shiro's joke, is that he's like got the most one-track mind ever. Where it's like, I want to play a paladin. It's like, Shiro, you're a paladin in real life. You want to do something else? He's like, nah, paladin. And he dies like every couple minutes, and he makes the same character over and over. Okay, never mind. That's a good fit. But there's something they do at the end when everyone's done playing or they're done with the session, where I think it's Koran who's doing the DMing. He's like, oh, well, maybe if we keep playing, you might find out what happened to your story. Like, make the... Everybody has their own thing, but when you have a character actually preset ahead of time, or their goals preset ahead of time, they can be worked into the story. It's like, okay, well, how does this person fit into the world? What does this person do? How much impact do they have? And I do genuinely feel like that's a baked with love kind of thing. Like, I'll take a character who's got too much backstory and very interesting things about themselves over kind of like a so-so character. That was me, though. I used to write pages and pages of backstory for my characters, and it was never fucking used. I used to give them, like, really clear-cut goals. And it was always, like, solved in the first act of the campaign or some stuff. Thinking about it now, I'm wondering if anybody else wrote a bunch of stuff, so... are somewhat no, come on, be nice. Our DM would just, like, burn through that and be like, well, those are all the character aspirations. Time to ad-libs up another goal. I think the character who lasted the longest was, I made a character who was just the chosen one from Kung Pao Enter the Fist. It was a monk that I had min-maxed, so he was just dealing, like, 9 or 10 damage a turn, even on lower rolls. And literally his whole story was just Hung Pao. Sometimes he partied. You keep saying lucky, but I'm fighting 92 robots, my guy. What is lucky about this? That campaign had a really, really interesting premise, and I don't think we ever really did anything with it. If you're out there and listening to this, tell me if, I don't want that. Tell me if this campaign is taken from something or somewhere. What were they? They're the Iron Circle. It was a group of... I think they were essentially a, foreign country's military that hated magic. And they would just kinda... Well, this is every fascist regime. They would just kinda suss out magic wherever it was, and they had all kinds of guys who were, like, geared up with anti-magic junk, and they had a guy who could, like, absorb magic, and it made him super powerful and stuff. I forget what it was, but it was just they called their magic something else. It wasn't really actually any different. They just hated referring to it as magic. Why is these guys not... What is going on with my laser beam? Why is it not hurting anyone? Ugh, it's always something. What was it? I think it was just the Iron Circle. I don't actually remember too much about them, and I don't think they actually did anything really big. It was just that they controlled a fair amount of the countryside, and they were like, ooh, I hate magic. I mean, it was essentially a global witch hunt.
It's trapped.
I wonder if they're just immune to that. Like, I get the weird feeling thinking about it now. Like, that was probably based on something. I say that, but my thing was based on something, too. Everything's derivative, but... It's like, this was weirdly specific, because there were parts of it that didn't make sense, and it was, like, not making sense in a, like, Gundam Seed Destiny sense, where it's like, I wanted to make this story, but my circumstances are too different for me to actually get away with this specific story. Like saying, I want to write Hamlet, or I want to make the story Hamlet, but the setting I have almost demands that this story be Pirates of Penzance. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Just make Pirates of Penzance. It's okay. Like, you're not gonna get the ingredients for Pirates of Penzance and make Hamlet. You'd either have to be a master baker, which would give you Princess Bride, or... Nah, that's about it. I am certain there is an unmemorable movie I am thinking of that is exactly that, where it's, I want to do something really, really Shakespearean, but I've got a bunch of goofy garbage, and I try to do both. I try to chase both birds, and it just never happens. I don't remember too much. I think every week was just whatever the popular thing was, because I know we had a Pacific Rim reference where we didn't actually get to... There's definitely something I'm thinking of where it's like, this didn't really work out. I tried to chase both birds and didn't catch either. But yeah, there was a Pacific Rim moment where rather than looking up what they could do and say, oh yeah, you do get to pilot the robot and so, it's like, no, here's a reference in the background. Here's something going on in the background that you guys aren't a part of. Would that be cool to say, hey, you guys get to do a thing? It's like, what's going on? Nothing, actually. You all just get into a different robot and battle proceeds as normal, but just remember that you guys are doing it inside of giant robots. It's like, okay, yeah, no, alright, no, it's pretty good. This better not be a mimic. So mad. Wasn't even, like, full of cool stuff. He was full of garbage. He was full of clothes from... He was full of clothes from Value World. I'm debating on who my last 2 XKO characters should be. Or not last, well, next. I get 2 free tokens. I immediately and impulsively spent my first token on Teemo, because come on. Come on. My mistake in Blaze Blue was not playing Arakune, because I just didn't like the way he looked. I didn't like his aesthetic, so I tried to play Jin or somebody else.
It's a trap.
Like, no, I guess I'll be anime sword guy, because I don't want to play Gross Bugman. I'm like, no, I should have played Gross Bugman.
Do not meddle in the Netherrealm's affairs. They seek a different purpose than we do, but we share common foes. Aid the Netherrealm in defeating the invaders, and this place will remain our home. The Dark Lady has promised it, and it is clear she wields great power indeed.
That was ironic. I think that's the same voice actor. I think that's the other thing that really gets me. People get it, especially DMs, they're afraid to do interesting things with Dungeons & Dragons. You can just play by the rulebook, but you can go out and do your own stuff. You can, like, make a unique mechanic or item or something. Like, go do something with the game. It's alright. I don't know who designed this map. I do not know why they did not simply put the dungeons in order. I guess to make you, like, zoom around a bit for them, search around for the dungeons or whatever. Oh no, electro spiders. Heck, don't be afraid to break the rules entirely, as long as it's like, as long as it's fun, who cares? Doesn't matter. Like, I was planning on having a character who was a returning character from a 4th edition campaign still play on those rules. So it was like, he was going to be kind of a, you know, blow your wad caster, where he had a bunch of techniques that he could use once. But it's like, yeah, that's it. After he's done with these singular, really good attacks, he's got, like, basic garbage. And I guess it would initially rely on the player's instincts of 4th E, like, hey, what was wrong with 4th edition? It's like, what do you remember that was bad about 4E? What do you remember about this specific class that was, that they did not do well about 4E?
I wonder if the Netherrealm care about their soldiers. They send us so many. They come spilling through the rifts by the thousands, and still there seems to be no shortage. How much of their eagerness is a desire for what we have here? And how much do they just want to leave the Netherrealm?
That's a good question, actually. How much of it is envy, and how much of it is not wanting to be in their, like, home dimension, which is probably chaos and nightmares and crap? Interesting premise, actually. I bring this up every few streams, but I keep thinking about playing Dungeon Fighter again, but then I'm like, I don't want to join a guild. I don't want to... I don't know, grind dailies. It's more that it's a game that requires a lot of time, because I have to constantly be doing dailies and getting the most out of my fatigue bar or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to have to do that, because that's very quickly going to turn into an extra job. I think that was my initial problem with Dungeon Fighter. It turned into work. It's not like some other games I play where I can just play it and be done and be like, oh, that was alright, see ya. The problem I have with a lot of, I guess, mobile games, or even games that are styled after mobile games. Yeah, whatever, is what it is. Game's not perfect, that's okay. I also gotta finish reading up on that, campaign mode for Skirmish. It's crazy, now that I'm actually reading the campaign rules for, Skirmish for the first time, I now understand that everything else was literally building towards people playing this mode. Like, all of the useless stuff, all of the garbage that does not make sense or does not really do a whole lot in the game. It's like, oh, you thought people would just go ham on this. You thought groups would be able to get together multiple times to just do this. Not realizing that there is a stupid amount of overhead on Skirmish. Well, on a really good Skirmish, I should say. Like, yeah, you guys are going to get together and redo the Battle of Odessa. I'm like, no, nobody is going to do that. That not only requires you to have specifically suits from the Battle of Odessa, which I'm pretty sure the writer of the rulebook did, as it feels like the people who made this game were pretty hard into, like, grunt units, and it's like, oh, you don't want to play a Gundam game. you want to play a giant robot. You want to play, whatchamacallit, you want to play Risk with robots. Yay! Oh, there were 2 bosses back there, no wonder.
You're badly hurt.
I feel like there's attacks that do nothing and attacks that just sap my whole health bar. But I kind of got that feeling when I started playing the game. I'm like, the way the game is played and the way you guys are describing it, either you did something that you didn't understand when you made this game, or you wanted it to be played this specific way, and you don't want to tell everybody that you designed the game to be played that specific way. Because when I started making the guide, initially I got some fairly serviceable answers. That was during the early stuff, the stuff everybody still like plays to and uses for the guide or for normal gameplay. Now that I've gotten to later stuff, I'm literally starting to get like, I don't know. It's like, just is what it is. It's like, oh, okay. You guys had no idea someone would actually try to play this game in its entirety, and you just made some shit up. Insane. I feel like I take more damage from just like the extra effects than the actual monsters. With all the pools of take more damage and lightning, whatever. I keep getting people asking about the talking brick I put in the corner. Like, yeah, that's all I got, bro. What do you want? I'll practice once I'm got some more free time, and maybe I'll make something else. I have a really cool idea I want to do. I was going to try and do it for Halloween, but it might be next year. I think I have enough time to actually hammer it out. The world just mocks me. It's like, haha, idiot, you didn't pick the Glacier class. How dare you? It just punishes me saying, haha, how dare you try to interact with this class's mechanic. You should have picked the one that does nothing. Yeah, I can call it here. Alright, that's all I got in me. I'll upload this probably Saturday-ish, but until next time.